It is time for the grand return of the Holy Build run. We took a week off, first and foremost. We took a whole week off from this run. And it's been on my mind while we were playing RE9 and just kind of streaming throughout the week and things of that nature. It was on my mind. I was like, should I just throw Elden Ring in the mix? And initially I was going to. I even said I was going to. And I did not. And I think it's actually kind of good that I did, because we were in such a Resident Evil mood. Even now, I still am low-key in a Resident Evil mood. I'm debating on streaming my first Insanity run of RE9, or if I'm just gonna do that off stream. It just really depends on how I feel. So I haven't started anything yet until I come to an actual definitive decision. Despite that, though, I've been thinking about this Holy run for quite some time. And forgive me, it's very, not very, it's a little warm today outside, and it's affecting my unit, and I'm cheap, so your boy's gonna be sweating a little bit more than likely in this stream, which is fine. It's fine. I don't mind being a little warm. But yeah, where do we even leave off? Oh yeah, so last we left off, we defeated Mesmer. And there are some bosses I definitely want to fight today with the new and improved Holy Build. Now you might be thinking to yourself, what do you mean new and improved? Well, last we left off, it was still like a Holy Knight based Holy. It was a Holy Knight based build. So I was using things like the Ordova's Greatsword, and I was using the Golden Order Greatsword, and in the mix I used like the Unblockable Blade and the Blade of Calling, blah 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 blah. But now it is primarily holy based, like incantations and things of that nature. Ashes for two reasons. One, I really wanted to see like how much we could get by with like the triple rings of Mikola and the Discus of Light, as well as the Blade of Calling. I'm going to be like using a combination of the three to see how much damage we can get. And for two, whenever you're using any greatsword, 9 times out of 10, unless you're like bare naked, you're gonna be medium load, and your boy likes to move quick. I also love the additional iframes that you do get with a light load. So that is the adjustment that we made to the Holy Build. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that pulled up. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get that pulled up. We're gonna get into this thing. I think I forgot to do one thing. Yes sir. What's going on, Bacon? I already know you're gonna be going live in a few hours. So I was like, well, you know what? If I don't, who will? I told myself, I was like, well, I'm like, if he's gonna go live later on today, it will only make sense that I can go live right now before he goes live, so that I can see his very first playthrough of the game that he will be playing. I'm not going to spoil it in case he doesn't want me to share that. The second thing, Nugget Nay, Short Cow Nay, y'all seen her in the chat every so often. She went live coincidentally at the same time as me. So I was like, you know what, that sucks. we got to get our timings better, otherwise we're all gonna be live at the same exact fucking time. I want to watch y'all be live, bro. Y'all are hilarious. Let me see, because I forgot to do one thing before I get Elden Ring pulled up. I forgot to do one thing. I think I did. Let me double check. I don't think I did. Oh yeah, it's already starting. Here we go. Let me get this. Okay, no, I did add that. Perfect. Okay. Boop. 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 And now we get the music. Give me the music. Smile, my brother, you deserve to. Appreciate the super chat, Brody. Thank you for the 20. I really appreciate that. I'm smiling, but it's hot. It's hot, right? When I put the we gotta start the jazz. We gotta start that over for you. Let me start the jazz tunes over for you. Now this comes from a little game that you haven't played yet. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. But you'll hear it when you play it. But I appreciate the 20. Thank you so much. So then let me go over Father John. We made a bit of an adjustment to him. For one, I don't know if y'all have noticed. I ironically made a video on my channel called Goofy Characters Scare Me, which I've been seeing that video picking up a lot more traction and views and things like that, and I really appreciate you guys. People that are subscribing to my channel, of course, what do you say? Much love, much love, much love. People that are subscribing to the channel because of those types of videos, I really appreciate that. I put a lot of time and effort into them. Now, the adjustment that I made to Father John is in reference to that video. I don't like goofy characters. I love them, but I don't like them. I love how they can come in clutch. You feel what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's very important. But they're scary as fuck, because if you're fighting a goofy nigga, bro, I'm telling you, it's not gonna go well for you. So because of that, I made Father John look a little more serious. he's not as silly as he was looking before. He looks a lot more serious. But he also, in my opinion, the cat looks better. He looks a bit more appropriate regarding the build. So I do have the Blade of Calling, but I'll also be pairing it with one of my favorite weapons. It's because of this run, the Winged Scythe. I didn't think this weapon was going to be that good until I started using it more and more. This weapon is actually really good, in my opinion. Yeah, so I have that on. I replaced one of the talismans. I forget which one it was. I think it was it might have been Ritual Shield or Sword, but I replaced it with the Rotted Wing Sword Insignia, since we're going to be using weapons that have that attack faster, or a higher attack speed, I should say. And then I also have the Phlox Canvas Talisman, which gives, I think, an 8% boost to incantations. So we're going to be hitting quite hard. And then, of course, you had the Sacred Scorpion Charm and Flame Gravity Strength, Golden Vow, and I also have the Holy Shroud and Crack Tier, which boosts holy attacks. So at least you're today, yes sir, yes sir. What's going on, man, dude? How you doing? How you doing? It's the weekend. It's the weekend. I actually meant to stream a lot earlier. I actually meant to stream like in the morning, but I was tired and I just wanted to sleep in, so I said, nah, we're gonna do it later on today. Yeah, man, how you doing? How you doing? I'm actually gonna replace this. And tell you what, it would probably be better, it would make sense if we go back to the Consecrated Snowfield and get the consecutive attack boost crack tier, as opposed to the stance break, since we're going to be using these weapons. But you know what, I'll do that later. I'll do that later. So, I'm trying to think about where I want to go first. Options, because I want to fight Midra again. We all know I gotta fight Midra, but I also do want to fight the Putrescent Knight. I kind of want to see what holy damage would do against Gaius, but I hate Gaius. I hate him, so I don't know. I don't think I want to do that. Decisions. Tell you what, let's go to doing pretty good, but got some family over too, of which are children. So very, I know the feeling, bro. I know the feeling, man. I know what that's like. Because I got a lot of little cousins myself. So when we were coming up, me and my brothers, and we were naturally, of course, like the oldest. We had to be big bro to all of them. Literally all of them. And it wasn't fun. It wasn't really fun. Let's do the Putrescent Knight. Because I already got this grace. Because I was literally farming a few levels and resources to level up a little bit more so I can use the Triple Rings of Light. Which is actually not bad. Ironically, as decent as the Triple Rings of Light is as an incantation, I prefer Discus of Light. It doesn't cost a whole lot. You actually can stagger enemies with it, and it's very fast. You can combo it pretty well with most things. Like, I think it's just like the convenience of how much you don't have to commit to it, as opposed to the Triple Rings of Light that costs a little bit more. But I just don't feel like it's as nearly as effective, in my opinion. But I'll play around with both, and we'll come to that conclusion ultimately. I think I will, like, going forward for some of these bosses. I think I am gonna start. Oh yeah, I want to fight Bill too. I think we're just gonna start getting like the. Hey brother, how you doing today? I'm doing pretty good, man. How you doing? How you doing, X? It's hot. It's kind of hot in my apartment, but we live in. That's why you have the water next to me. One of them is just learning a few words, and the other is a non-stop talking machine that is interested in the same stuff as me. So, well, you know, the ones that talk a lot that are also interested in the same things, I try not to rank on them too much, at least nowadays. When I was a kid going into a teenager, I was a bit of a dickhead, so I didn't really treat my brothers and my cousins too kindly. But you know, I would definitely say now I have a newfound appreciation for how committed they were to quote unquote bugging me and annoying me, because it was just them it's an admiration thing, you know. They love you. You gotta just see it as that, and naturally that annoyance it'll subside, or that irritation, I should say. Okay, trying to figure out where to go. I don't fight Putrescent Knight often, so I often forget how I'm supposed to get down here. Whew. It's getting warm. I'm gonna turn this fan back on. If you hear it, I apologize. Your boy's kind of dying right now. Here we go. It doesn't bother me too much, but I'm not a very talkative person. That's fair. I would say I'm not a very talkative person too. I just know how to put on a front for people. I do it. That's really all it is. I put on a bit of like an exaggerated personality for like people that I meet at like my job and stuff like that. Oh, that's great. And that's why you don't do that. Be your authentic selves at all times. Be your authentic selves at all times. Oh man, that was hilarious. You know, I also, now that I have the time today, I definitely should do a dedicated video talking about my thoughts on RE9. But I kind of want to wait after my second run before I do that. But I guess like first impressions as a video might not be bad. I'm thinking about it. I got the time today. Hi! Wow. You actually got that off. That's crazy. So DS2 ever gonna get a dedicated video talking about it? Man, dude, you're funny, man. I'm gonna tell you this. If I make a Dark Souls 2 dedicated video, it's gonna be at least 3 minutes. At most 3 minutes. Because I don't have a lot to say. I don't have a lot to say about that game. And everything that I have to say and would like to share regarding it is not pleasant. You know, your boy's not gonna be saying a lot of nice stuff regarding that guy. I promise you, it's not gonna be nice. It's not. I'm doing good. I got 2 days off in a row, which doesn't happen much, so I'm taking it easy. Absolutely, bro. Take it easy. You got a whole 48 hours to yourself. Relax, bro. And I appreciate you being here, bro. But you know, most definitely take some time to yourself, man. I know what that's like. I had to take a day off this past Thursday because I had some stuff to do. By the time I get off of work, everything's closed, so I had no choice but to do it. But even then, I was able to get everything done before it was even 1 o'clock. Relaxed. I just relaxed. That's not good. That's really not good. Wow, that still got me. I forgot why I hate this section, because of that bird right there. Time to lock in. I can't move. Cool. Cool. Let's try it again. I think this might actually knock them down. Yep. Work smarter, not harder. I gotta remind myself that every time. I think it is down here actually, where I'm supposed to go. Yep. You know what? I just remembered there's another incantation here that I do want. I just remembered. Like I said, I definitely think one day when you have free time and aren't working on a video or streaming, you should watch. I thought I died. I was about to say no way. DS2 playthrough of DS2 just for knowledge. Okay, most definitely. Most definitely. Obstacles left and right and left and right and left and right and left and right and left and right. To this day, this area is an absolute pain in the buttocks. Pain in the buttocks. I'll take your rocks. Okay. Wow. I gotta be careful. Okay, so they see me already. No way. Oh Lord. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I just played through all of the Dark Souls games this past year. I enjoyed it all for the most part, but DS2 was the only one that aggravated me enough to where I didn't do the DLC. And I think you actually were blessed, because if I'm not mistaken, a lot of people say the DLC is absolutely terrible. But that's just from what I've heard. But I got to that blind sinner boss, the law sinner, I think that's his name, and I said I'm cool. just doing a lot for me. Doing quite a bit that I did not appreciate, and I walked away. I chose my peace that day. I definitely chose my peace that day, and I don't regret it. Oh, please stop that right now. The absolute most for no reason. Please stop. Jump. Go, 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 go. Wow. They knew you would jump and have to recover. And the recovery very well could have killed you. That's insane. This section sucks. This section is terrible. They say, yeah, this is a perfect height. For sure. The DS2 DLCs are the best part of DS2 minus Frozen Outskirts, which is CBT in its purest form. Yeah, y'all got that, man. I'm telling you. I will choose my peace every single time. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna willingly commit myself to agony and torture, and it gets me nowhere. I refuse. I genuinely, I cannot. I don't remember if he's down there or up here. Okay. Oh, y'all are strong. Wow, the combo was crazy. The combo was insane. Live and learn. What's going on, Brody? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Frozen Outskirts is optional though, so you can just avoid it, thankfully. I still don't know how I feel about that. Okay, so I don't even have to come up here. Oh my god, there is no way, bro. Stop. Stop it right now. Ridiculous. Please go. Just go. Just go. Sharpshooters, ridiculous. Oh, they're up there. I'm just constantly being reminded why I do not fight Putrescent Knight. It's not even the boss, because Putrescent Knight is not that bad. It's the area to get to him is terrible. It is so bad. Goodness. Arrows too. Wait, where is this guy at? There's a specific enemy I'm looking for who drops what I'm looking for. Is he down? Where is he at? He is definitely, and I can't go back up unless. Okay, I gotta kill these guys. This is ridiculous. It's a big circle. There he is. This is who I was looking for. Go away. All of you, go away. That's what I was looking for. I wanted to see how useful this thing is. And I was getting jumped by skeletons just to get to my prize. I definitely gotta come. I gotta come around this area a lot more because I am just super unfamiliar with it. Okay, so let's remove you. 36 faith. Fire a multi-layer golden ring of light that continuously inflicts damage. Oh, because they both cost 23. Let me see. I can see it. This might work. This might work. I think that's the final incantation I was honestly looking for the holy build. So far, I think it's good. I think it's good. I should have rolled for a roll catch. I'd like to play and beat Bloodborne, but something about it just doesn't click with my brain, so I get destroyed in it. Really? What do you think it could be? Is it like the movement speed, the play style? Because I said it a while ago. I said I'd be more than willing to try Bloodborne again if it comes to PC. At least you never experienced Shrine of Amina in DS2 because it's one of the worst required areas. Shrine of Amina? That sounds terrifying. Excuse me? Shrine of Anima. Or Amina. However you say that lady's name. I thought he was going to start with the other move. He hits quite hard. All the bosses in the DLC really do. that was close. Kinda close. I had to guess on that one. So I thought he was going for a different move. That's not good. Woo, that was close. GG's putrescence. GG's. That was very close. It was either me or him. Went for it. Alright. The next boss I definitely want to try and fight again is Bale. 141. Yeah, we're gonna just start focusing on health at this point. Nice. Said, I think I don't utilize the trick weapon aspect of the game well, which switches up how your weapon works, and it just feels weird to me. Gotcha. It is just one of those areas that watching it doesn't truly show how painful it is. Oh, for a Shrine of Amina, gotcha. Yeah, I didn't get far enough in Bloodborne to try out, like, to really experience the whole switching mechanic when it came to, like, the weapons. And I think it's part of the reason why I'm, like, you know, I'll be more than happy to, like, experience the game firsthand again. But if it's not going to come to PC, then I'm not going to buy a PS4 for it. No. I'm not doing that. We could probably level up endurance twice and get to light low. Let me see. What's up, medium? Actually, no. I'll deal with medium. I'll deal with it. Medium's not that bad. Light is ideal, but medium is not that bad. Okay, so the closest path to that would be closest. Being Bloodborne the least, and I agree, it just doesn't click. That's very interesting to hear an opposing opinion regarding Bloodborne, because like I said, a lot of people adore it. Hey, buddy.
Upon your heart, mark my words. You too shall know fear.
I don't think Bloodborne is subjectively bad, though I'm just not the target audience. Sure. I feel like that you know, that's for a lot of people as well. That's why Elden Ring was really like their first Souls experience, and they haven't gone to try out any of the other ones because maybe it's just truthfully not for them. You know, it's just a matter of opinion. Anyway. Ah. Where is he at again? Oh, there he goes. Hey, buddy. Look how cost efficient Discus of Light is. This is crazy. What the hell did I kill? Goodbye. I think Bloodborne is much more of a vibes game and not one of the most polished games. Ooh. Well, I would definitely agree with you on the polished part, because what happened to me is disrespectful. First playthrough, fighting the first boss, and I get stuck in between some objects. It was like a tombstone and a tree. I never went back. Well, respectfully, I love game glitches and whatnot, but in a Souls game where it compromises the integrity of the boss fight, I walk away. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. None of the games are that polished to me, because even in Elden Ring I've experienced some weird bugs. That's fair. And Dog Skull, what's going on with your buddy? Welcome to the stream, man. How you doing? How you doing? Ouch. Wow. Alright, so he's not gonna let me cast. Cool. I even have clips of it happening while streaming the game. Oh, wow. I ever play Lies of P? Yes, I have. Lies of P is exquisite. It is a fantastic experience. I would encourage anybody that has not played Lies of P, give it a try. It's pretty good. If you like Souls games, you'll like I think you'll like Lies of P. No, you want to get physical? Come on. This is what you wanted. Try it again. You wanted to get physical, sir. Let me cast next time. Let me cast next time. I love this thing. I love this scythe. I love it. 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 I've played it a little bit, but never beat it. I would encourage you to beat it. It is truly a pleasant game, in my opinion. It's freaking great. I feel the same way. I love the game, yeah. I can't wait to see what else Round 8 and Neo Wiz kicks up, because I'm most definitely, like, Liza P sold me, man. I'm on board. I'm on board. Never played it, but the streams were peak. Yes, they were. The DLC though was not as peak as I would have liked it to be, because at that time I didn't recognize that my PC was only using 2 of the 6 cores it has, so it wasn't running the DLC as well. But we still had a good time. We still had a good time. We definitely still had a good time. And some of those bosses are absolutely insane, genuinely insane. I think her name is Markiana, the very first like official boss of the DLC. That's a demon lady, bro. That chick is crazy. That's a whole demon. She was insane. Yeah, I love the vibes, the lore, the gameplay. Yeah, it's good. They did a good job adapting their own Pinocchio-based story by creating a brand new story, just using like some of the characters that you know, and giving them a whole, like, pretty much giving them a brand new identity. Like, it's really good. And then of course the gameplay is insane. The gameplay is insane. Definitely one of those games where I'm like, okay, like this is on my list. This is definitely on my list. I really do need to make like a top 10 games list and then go over it, because Liza P debatably could be up there. It really could. In terms of top 10, it very well could be up there. Do I fight these dragons? These dragons hit hard though. Nah. Because we're not going to summon Bale for this fight anyway, so it doesn't matter. No, not, excuse me, Bale. Igor. Egon. I call this man Igor. I don't think a single soul on this planet is a fan of any ancient dragon in this game. I think the closest thing I like to an ancient dragon is probably... I don't even know, to be honest. I'm just not really a big fan of any of the dragons in this game. They're like, you do, it's just kind of weird to me because you do a boss like Madeir, and then you make Sanisax, and I'm like, how did we get, how do we, you know, how do we regress so far? It's just kind of weird to me. But I'll say this, the lead up to something like Bale, like this whole area, the lightning and everything, climbing all the way to the peak of the mountain, kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. start. Hold on. I will play this song for Bill. This song is absolutely amazing. I love it, truly. Well, that's a whole setup. Here we go. He said, I'm curious what your top 10 games of all. Yeah, I'd have to really sit down and like think about it. That would be a whole moment. Can't wait for them to build upon the franchise more. Me personally, I'm looking forward to what they do with more than what From Software is cooking up right now. I agree, because From Software, what they're cooking up right now is Duskbloods, which is a Switch 2 exclusive. It's not coming to any other console. It's only coming to the Switch 2. I'm not spending $500 and then spending $70 for a game. I'm not doing that. Not doing that, because so far, from what I've seen of the Nintendo Switch 2, there's nothing that I would possibly want on that console. And if it's going to be a console exclusive specifically for the Switch 2, I would imagine the game is not going to be as good as people think it's going to be. I'm sorry. I don't think it's going to be that good. So I'm very much curious to see what Round 8 and the OS is going to be cooking up in the coming future. Because I know at the end of the story, they do tease Dorothy. So I don't know if they're going to be doing like a Wizard of Oz kind of spin. Which if they do, that'll be super dope. That'll be super dope. I can't wait to see. I cannot wait to see. We're gonna go discus. That will save a little bit more. I died! No way! Okay. I thought I did. I could have sworn I did. Maybe I dodged late. Maybe I dodged a little late. Alright, Bill. It's been a minute. It's been a minute, buddy. Top 5 for me would be Ninja Gaiden 1, Ninja Gaiden 2, DS3, Man-Eater, and Alien vs. Predator on PS3. Wow. They have an Alien vs. Predator game? I didn't know that. Yeah, I'd have to really think about it. Ow. Point blank is kind of wild, buddy. You seem a little tense. I can't see. I'm scared. I'm scared. I can't see. Eek! 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 Oh, wow. Eesh. Wow, 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 play it a little. We gotta play it safer. We gotta play it safer. Let me see. Mine is DS3 and Maneater. All the other games are things I've played as a child that I played not long ago and still loved. Apparently, Dust Bloods is supposed to be another multiplayer game. Not you. If that's the case, that's trash, bro. I don't know what route From Software's been taken. That's weird to me. I'm hopeful that Insomniac Wolverine will join that list because I love the Spider-Man games, but I like Wolverine much more as a character. I liked the story more in the first Spider-Man game than I did in the second one, mainly because Kraven as a villain was just kind of. I wasn't feeling Kraven. I'll be honest. But when Venom took the took the reins, I was like, all right, I'm on board now. That was a weird leg spike. Ow. Ice dagger? Oh, and you're literally sitting in front of a wall. That is super unfortunate. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Ow. Oh, there's like an after effect if he misses. That's kind of cool. Come on. I ran out of blue. Blue, not blue. Crimson tears. How unfortunate. But on the bright side, that man has a serious sweet spot, and I found exactly where it is. I found out exactly where it is. Yeah, I think I just need the extra heal. I fumbled. That combo. It's a nice try. Would have died so long ago. Don't do yourself like that. All I hope for Wolverine is that it is as good as Wolverine Origins on PS3, and I'll be happy. I think they'll do a good job. I mean, they've been real quiet about the Wolverine game for quite some time within the past few years, so I think they'll do a good job. And Insomniac, you know, it's not really one of those games where it's like hit or miss in terms of gameplay. At least within the past 2 iterations of the Spider-Man games, like they've been doing a good job. So I trust them. That's one of the things I learned about Bale, though. He wants you to stand in front of him, because that's where he's able to get most of his attacks off easily. He wants you to stand in front of him. That's not good. I was like, wait a minute, that's not good. That's really not good. We finally have. When is it coming out? Because maybe I'll buy a PS5 finally. Just maybe I will. Oh wow, that's good. So I think about what else comes out gaming wise this year around that time. I can't think of anything though. Supposedly you're getting Subnautica 2 and GTA. Okay, so yeah, the GTA 6 one, I'm like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. It could happen, it could not happen. We're gonna see about that one. We definitely gonna see about that one. But I wanna hold your breath on that. Because it could show up, it could not. That's not good. I thought he was doing the other one. Not what I expected. Oh wow, the body block. I can't move. I literally, wow. That's fun. Wow. Twice! I did not expect him to do it twice. Call the rolls going on, Brody. Yes, sir, I'm fighting a dragon. Earlier, I beat Hexagon Force in Geometry Dash after a few hundred attempts. Hexagon Force. Okay, that's good. That's good. How's Holy been treating you this run? I've always wanted to do a Holy run, but it seems like everything has high resistance to it, so I've never done it. It's actually pretty damn good. I would actually argue it's pretty viable. You know, they actually have some pretty decent Holy based weapons, or weapons that have like Holy attributes, like the Ordovis Greatsword is a good option. This winged scythe has been doing, I mean, the scaling on it is not necessarily great, but it does have Holy damage, and it also has innate bleed too, so it's been working pretty well. But a Holy build is pretty good. And then Discus of Light is surprisingly not bad, because it has low FP cost, but it's very consistent, and you can get at least, if you properly use it, you can get at least like 700, actually 1400, because when you throw a Discus of Light, it comes back to you. So when it hits the enemy, that's 700 and then 700 back. So you got some pretty valuable options, basically. I'd be voice acting a vid. Might upload it on the Discord server. Absolutely. The Discord server, bro. Be your authentic self, bro. 100%. Share everything that y'all want to share up in that thing, man. Absolutely. I'm all for that. I am all for that. I love to hear it, man. That's super unfair. Up, go, 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 go. That's not good. Get up, get up. Yeesh. Kinda close. Ah, wow. Ah, the aftermath explosion. I dodged the first wave. And there was the second one. So yeah, pairing you actually with Discus of Light, you get way more DPS out of that. That's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alrighty. Yeah. Wow. What kind of combo? Good lord. Might have to lock in and do a holy run series. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You got a lot of options. I'd heavily recommend watching a video of Hexagon Force that has some of the hardest and most unique gameplay in the main level while having a great music. Gotcha. I might need to check that out. I'm gonna use another rune arc. Actually, no, I'm not gonna use one. I don't think we need it. That is so unfair, bro. That's so stupid. So he can just knock you down randomly. You don't see it coming, and then he can do. Bro, that's so dumb. That's so dumb. That's so stupid. Oh, it's just so dumb, bro. He can just do some of the dumbest stuff randomly out of nowhere. Dead. Oh my goodness. All because I guessed wrong. I'm dead. This guy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to start just relying on the incantation. The reason why I don't want to do that though is because of the FP cost. It can eat, but he's not really leaving me much of a choice because having to get close, it's a 50-50. The standing in front of him is also like you don't want to do it. So yeah. I just really am being reminded why I hate all of the dragon fights in this game. Every single time I give a dragon fight a chance in this game, just randomly. It might be Fortisax, it might be Bale. I get an instant reminder why I hate all of these fights. Oh man. Ugh. Yep. Pretty much. Cinematically, Bale is you know, he's appealing. Everything else regarding this boss fight is terrible. The camera, the hitboxes, they're all bad. I'm dead. That's great. That's great. He said the dragon fights really turned into a fight against the camera. Yep. That's a big benefit of Dark Souls Dragon bosses is that there is at most 3 which appear in DS2. It's not even that. A dragon boss fight can be there. Just make it good. We've all like, and I will always stroke its. I'll stroke its schmeat until the day I die. It's the dragon that made a man moan. Dark Edomadir is the best dragon fight that Dark Souls from Software has ever created. The camera, you're not constantly fighting against the camera. The hitbox actually makes sense. If you lose, it's literally your fucking fault. It's fantastic. It's great. And then for whatever reason, I don't know what happened. I don't know who took over the development team for Elden Ring, but please fire them. Please demote them at the very least. Because some of this stuff that happens in this game makes no sense. That's unfortunate. That's one of the nice things about the Dark Souls games is that, like, all of them, they all have like 1 or 2 dragon fights, so even if it's ass, you only have to deal with it once or twice, yeah. But also in Dark Souls, they get more attention when being made, since there is significantly less bosses to be made. Yeah, I kind of feel like fighting something else. I just really don't like this boss. I really just don't like this boss. I think I'm good, man. It gets to a point where I'm like, you know what? I really don't have to fight you. I don't have to. I'm okay. I'm tired. I'm tired of dealing with you. Genuinely exhausted from dealing with you. Let's do Midra. Just tired of dealing with him. Very annoying for literally no reason at all. You have no reason to be that annoying. But man, like I feel like Bale could have been a really cool boss, but they fumbled the bag. They fumbled it. And it's because of just mechanics alone. The hitboxes are egregious and the camera itself is absolutely ridiculous. The Elden Ring DLC is one of the least fun DLC. You know what? Man, dude, and the more you say that, the more I'm like, yeah. It's really not fun. It gets to like, I'll talk about it in a second. So the only bosses that are fun in this DLC, there's only 3 of them, and that's what's sad about it. There's only 3 bosses that are genuinely like fun to fight. Rolana, Midra, and Mesmer. Everything else about this DLC, it's really not that. It's either mid or just not good. Now, something that's mid is the Divine Beast Dance Line. The reason why it's mid is because of one simple thing. It's just the camera. If they would fix the camera on that boss fight, he would be 10 million times better as a boss fight, easily. A bad boss fight in the DLC is what's her name? Matir, the Mother of Fingers. Terrible boss. Terrible. Like, DS2 is a very flawed game, but the DLCs are very cool to explore and have the best bosses in the entire series. Man, dude, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I refuse. You gonna keep talking about DS2 highly, and I respect you for it. I do. Ain't gonna happen though. I'm not bringing that thing back at all. I set up my laptop outside in the wilderness. Why? For what reason? Like, Midra, Mesmer, Rolana are the only 3 fun boss fights in this DLC. Everything else? Nah. Radahn is mid. Unfortunately, he could have been really cool or way better, but Radahn is mid, unfortunately. What's her name? Romina? She's okay. Not amazing, just mid. You know, she has one of the cheapest moves where at any point she could just spin up in the sky, and the very instant she activates the move, the very second she activates the move, you immediately get attacked. There's nothing you can do. You can't see it coming, you can't anticipate it. It's just, I get up, I could do it at any point. To me, one of the things that I recognize about From Software is that they stopped being creative with some of their boss designs in terms of like their movesets and things like that, and started relying on cheap tactics to make a hard boss. Because Radahn had the crazy cross slash move where you had to fear for heaven on earth that he would not go for it, because there's a great chance, about an 80% chance, you're gonna get hit immediately. And that was the annoying thing. So it was annoying enough to where they were like, okay, fine, we'll fix it, we'll patch it, even though you should have did that before it was even released in the first place. That move is ridiculous. Romina has not, however, it still has that move. she still has it. That has not been touched at all. What are some other DLC bosses? I feel like the Mausoleum bosses could have been interesting if they would have just spent more time to actually make genuine bosses with those same designs. but they weren't NPCs. Like, why? And then right before you get to Radahn, who again is a mid boss, you have to fight potentially up to 5 NPCs at the same time, all because you decided to explore. God forbid you explore in an open world action RPG. Wow, just kill me. Anyway, I'm just enjoying life. Winter's finally over. Yeah, it's warm. It's definitely warm. I have to be the one of us that can talk about DS2. That's why I said I respect it. The main reason I do the Elden Ring DLC is because they cooked to the armor sets. That's fair. That's fair. Some of them are good. Some of them are good. And I just genuinely do enjoy fighting Rolana, Mesmer, and Midra. That's why I don't mind going through the DLC again if I have to, but some of the other bosses, you just will never see me fight, and Bale is now on that list. That's the last time I'm fighting Bale. I'm cool, bro. That boss is annoying. I don't blame you for not wanting to go back to DS2. My first playthrough was the worst experience I've had playing a single-player game. I haven't backed out on beating DS2. I will do it eventually. Yeah, eventually. Oh, Radahn. Radahn should not have been the final boss, and the DLC should have been. Yeah, you welcome to the club, X. Welcome to the club. We all agree that yes, the final boss of the DLC should have been the one demigod that no one ever got to see, which was Godwin. But instead of doing that, doing something actually creative, they brought Radahn back again. And in the second phase is something. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm alive. Wow, that's crazy. I thought I died. The second phase is mid. I hate using that word because it's like overutilized, but it's some mid, bro. I'm sorry. It is some mid, bro. Oh yeah, I forgot about one boss that you'll never see me fight again. Commander Gaius. Nope. Very much okay off of Commander Gaius. Very much okay. Very much okay. I am okay off of that boss. Absolutely terrible. How do you make something so bad on like I don't understand. So when I see new stuff coming from Software, I'm not gonna lie, my faith in that company has gone down a little bit. It has. It's gone down. Cause even with Night Rain was okay, but it was not amazing. It was a fun multiplayer experience. Like if you have some friends to play with, brothers to play with, which is I play with my brothers, it was fun. If you're doing that solo by yourself, it's some mid. He said, if it is the best description, nothing wrong with using it. You all seen the shitty reveal for DL. I've been seeing the conversation regarding DLSS5, it also being memed the hell out of. Yeah, I don't know what Nvidia's thinking, bro. They really thought slapping that filter on, like they were showing examples of like RE9, and I was just like, y'all should have just kept this shit in the lab, bro. Everybody keeps trying to bring AI into like the public eye, and it's so weird. It's just weird. It's just an AI slop filter. And if you look at the AI filter, like the lighting doesn't even match the settings. The image that I saw was of Grace, and she was standing in like the rainy area when she was like, getting ready to go to that hotel. And I got body blocked. It's gonna move. I'm just getting constantly reminded why oh my gosh, do I want to play this DLC, bro? Because this thing here sucks. I don't know what I was thinking when I said the DLC was cooking, man. No. The more you play it, the more you see everything wrong with it. It kind of sucks. Jesus. Companies are just trying their best not to have to pay employees. Yep. Whatever can save on costs, we're gonna use it. And it's terrible because you've seen the conversations, you've seen the memes of, oh my gosh, we're all gonna be replaced by robots. These companies are serious. They really want to replace us with robots, artificial intelligence. It's crazy. It's wild. How do I love this song? Well, who hates the Undertale OST? How could you? Oh boy, here we go. Stop being annoying. What's crazy about that? Because I shit you not, I almost turned the game off. I actually almost turned the game off right there. What pissed me off about that is that I killed him and I rolled forward. Before the game registered my input to roll forward, they forcefully locked me onto the enemy behind me. Do I have auto lock on? Let me make sure that's off. Ah, gotcha. Cool. So that's that. Okay, so it's my fault that that's on. Awesome. Cool. Anyway, I had to listen to it 40 times while fighting the boss of this thing. That's crazy. People say things are going to become like Terminator, but I think it's going to be more... Yeah, it's going to be more like iRobot. More like iRobot. Rather than the Terminator. So I can't look at DLSS5 without thinking about every AI meme. Yeah, I agree. I'll much prefer humanity focus on actually pressing issues instead of AI to replace. Yeah, AI is just to sweep the dirt under the rug instead of actually trying to make things better to manually improve upon them. We're just gonna rely on this still clearly flawed system to do it for us, and it's, you know. It is what it is. That's just the sad reality of this world, man. Everybody looks for the easy way out. Anything that could be remotely convenient, we're gonna crank all of our big bucks into it for whatever reason. I don't know why. But let's do it. Even though this clearly looks like trash and the world is literally saying it looks like trash. And if I'm not mistaken, the Nvidia guy did respond to it, and he basically was like, yeah, you guys are wrong. And I was like, oh wow, so they're standing 10 toes on it. This thing that looks literally like fucking dog poop. Crazy. Crazy. I have no words for it, man. that takes care of that. Now we move on to Jory. This is we're not out the woodworks yet. Almost out of it. Sorry, brother, I got a dip, but I appreciate the chats and the vibes. I definitely plan on tuning in. Oh, most definitely. I appreciate you for stopping by, bro. Welcome to the family. Absolutely. We look forward to seeing you once again. I should be live tomorrow, but we'll see. It depends on how this stream ends. But have a good one, man. I dodged backwards. Oh my god, this game here, bro. I literally hit back B and they said I did not. That's insane. That's insane. It's crazy how advanced it has gotten in just a few years though, because I remember when it just started getting popular and it was trash, and now it's actually taking results. Yeah. The very first time I saw anything AI related was literally Will Smith eating spaghetti. And it was absolutely disgusting. I was like, what the fuck am I looking at right now? And now, well, now here we are. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, cool. Stagger? Yeah, maybe not. I think a backstab will reset it. That's not good. There is no way. I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. Yeah, it's still a funky mess regardless. It doesn't matter. You just gotta get lucky at the end of the day. So disappointing. So disappointing. The game is on fire. 30,000 people replacing with AI last year, which is insane. Is that really what happened? Good lord. That's actually absurd. I'm not gonna lie. Crazy. Crazy. Like, I know it's a company with millions of employees, but still, what are those 30,000 people going to do? In their eyes, they do not care. When it comes to them running a business, what matters to them is the amount of money that they can make. And if it costs them way more money to have 30,000 real life people, they will fire the 30,000 people in a heartbeat. Especially if there is a more cost efficient option. That's just the sad reality of this world. Truly a sad reality. Truly a sad reality. Wow. Can't move. Like, this game is, bro. What is wrong with this game, man? What is wrong with this game? Stone locking, animation lag, like animation frames, just to say, ridiculous. Literally could not move. No backstab this time, wow. Cool. It just gets better and better. So the backstab animation plays, and I don't get a backstab. This boss just gets better and better and better. This gets better and better. The backstab animation literally plays, and I don't get a backstab. Wow. Wow. What type of question is that? Liza P. I'm sorry. Dark Souls 1 is a great game. Great game. Liza P's better, I'm sorry. I love Liza P. DS3 Elden Ring. DS3, bro. DS3. DS fucking 3, bro. Cause fuck this. DS3 in a fucking heartbeat, bro. Probably dead here. DS3 or Lies of P. DS3 or Lies of P? Let me put on my thinking music. DS3 or Lies of P. Whether someone likes DS1 or Lies of P is totally subjective. They're both great games. I agree. 100%. They're both fantastic games for similar reasons, but also very different reasons. And I would argue the same for Dark Souls 3 and Lies of P. Lies of P, story-wise, I like better than Dark Souls 3. Gameplay-wise, they're about the same. I love the gameplay style and the mechanics involved when it comes to Dark Souls 3. But I also love the creativity and the vast versatility that comes with the, the changing the different parts for the weapons for Lies of P, as well as the Legion arms. But I love more. Yeah, I do love more bosses, design-wise, from Dark Souls 3 than I do from Lies of P. Lies of P has some great bosses, but I don't love all of their bosses. I do not love all of their bosses. Some of their bosses, Simon Manus, trash. Like, genuinely just terrible. And then if I was to even look at like their DLCs, like Lies of P only has one DLC, the Massive Overture expansion, that adds way more context and layers to the story, but also, adds more weapons and things like that. The bosses, enemies, you get it. And Dark Souls 3 pretty much does the same thing as well. Dark Souls 3 or Lies of P. In my opinion, I genuinely think DS3 had better characters. This might be the hardest question to ask on stream. Because I love both of these games dearly. One, DS3 got me into Souls games to begin with. And Liza P helped me to appreciate the creativity and art that comes from other developers that know how to do the style. Ironically, in some cases, better than the original. Wow. You got like a Lusatia, you got Romeo, then you have Champion Gundyr, you have the Twin Princes, Dragon Slayer Armor, and then you have Arlecchino. Arlecchino as a final boss is like peak 10 out of 10. Just because of him alone, he clears a solid portion of Dark Souls 3's DLC easily. I like Arlecchino way better than all of the DLC bosses in Dark Souls 3. Easily. But if I'm gonna be completely and utterly honest, purely because of the different ways you can play this game. Because as much as I love Liza P, there are only so many ways you actually can play the game. But then Dark Souls 3, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna give it to Liza P. It's not by a lot, but I am gonna give it to Liza P. I think what the game does overall is fantastic, and I'm serious. I think I'm gonna give it to Liza P. I genuinely love Liza P a lot as a game. I love the characters, I love the story. From start to finish, that game kept me interested. There was not too many times where I can recall, I hate this. I hate this portion, I hate this part, I hate this thing. With Dark Souls 3, there's a lot where I can easily say, I do not like this. I'm not a big fan of this. Crystal Sage, Aldrich. Well, that helps you if you ever make a top 10 games video. Yeah. Crystal Sage, Aldrich, I think are not great. But everything else that's required for the most part is good. The only boss I really don't like from Liza P is the final boss, which is Simon Menace. Thank you, Deacons. Deacon as well. Not a fan. Half-Life, oh my gosh. yeah, like, bro, genuinely, yes. Like, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not feeling that at all. Not feeling it at all. At all. Let me get some, what do I want to listen to? Let's listen to, yeah. And Elden Ring, after playing it for, what are we at on Elden Ring hours wise? Let me see. After playing it for 842.8 hours, I can confidently say Elden Ring is in my top 25 to top 30. It was originally in my top 10, not anymore. Not anymore. No. I can admit the low points of DS3, but it still comfortably is in my top 5. 100%. 100%. I definitely agree with that. I think if I was to do a top 5 games, Lies of P is probably sitting at number 3. Dark Souls 3 is probably sitting at number 4. Now I just need to figure out what number 5, 2, and 1 is. I already know what is a contender for my number 1 game of all time. It's a game that I can comfortably go back to and not have any problems, to just enjoy it for what it is. It's a great time, it's a great ride, it's a great experience, and I'm a sucker for these types of games. The contender for number 1, no Souls game besides DS1, is in my top 50. Wow, that's crazy. 50? That's a big list. The contender for number 1, for me, personally, is actually Cuphead. I genuinely love Cuphead as a fucking game. It's great. Love the living hell out of Cuphead. The replay value that I get from that game is super addicting. I gotta really make a list though, and think about all the games I've played in my life. Cuphead is a great game. I played Cuphead when it came out. It's so amazing, yeah. And then the DLC in 2022, bro. They nailed that game, bro. They nailed it. It's a simple game, you know. It's one of them indie titles that's just like you kind of have to pay attention to it because it's actually doing something kind of amazing, and you'll miss it if you're not paying attention. But yeah, Cuphead is definitely up there for me, easily. I think in my top 10, it's not gonna be my top 5. My top 10, I would say, is Sonic Mania. It's just kind of incredible to me that fan developers came out and made a fan game, and Sega actually gave them a budget to make it an official game, and it's truly remarkable. It's actually fantastic. That's why I'd probably say Sonic Mania is in my top 10. I don't know what my top 3 would be aside from like Lies of P. Lies of P can sit at number 3. I don't mind that. I don't feel weird about Lies of P sitting at my number 3. I gotta think about what my top 2 would be. Nostalgia definitely helps a game for me, but if I go back to it and realize it's not as good as I remember Sonic Yeah, the Adventure series hurt, man. Going back to that, I was just like, I don't remember these games. I thought these were way better when I was a kid. They're not that great. Doesn't make my top 5, however, it doesn't have a story that interests me, and the map doesn't really have much besides the bosses and running guns. That's fair. I mean, it definitely has a story, but it's not like, you know, cutscene after cutscene type story. It's clear on what they have to do. I'm gonna die anyway because of the madness. I forgot. This is crazy. This is kind of wild. Oh, the rats! That was insane. That was insane. At least I got the Steak America. That's good. I still love the adventure games, don't get me wrong, but when I was 5, they definitely hit harder. Yeah, Super Sonic, Super Shadow was peak for me for Sonic Adventure 2. And I was all over the child garden. I love the idea of it. But after going back and revisiting those games, you start to... It's a little cringy. It's just a little bit. But the gameplay is still really good. Ironically, the gameplay for Adventure 1 and 2 holds up actually really well. Now, Sonic Heroes is a different story. Sonic Heroes gameplay is... They all got Crisco on the bottom of their shoes. They're insanely slippery. Every character. Why? Ba ba boo, ba ba boo, ba ba boo. Oops. I'm dead. I'm alive. Still follow me? I actually skipped the Madness animation. That's kind of cool. Glad this song is playing. This comes from Streets of Rage 4. Streets of Rage 4 would sit in my top 20. I don't mind. It's a lot of fun. It's actually the very first game I 100% achievements and all. Let me see. My top 5 would have been DS1, Ark Survival, Peter. Be there. Call of Duty World at War would also be there. Sonic Adventure was the first game I ever beat. Actually, it has a lot of nostalgia. Nice. I think a Sonic game was the very first one I beat. No. The very first game I beat was Budokai 1, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 1. I beat that when I was 5 years old. And I will forever say that the PS3 was the greatest era of gaming. Yeah, PS3, Xbox 360. Yes, 100%. Whenever Red Dead 2 makes my top 5. I've never played any of the Red Dead games, so for me, they wouldn't do anything for me. I've never experienced them. Red Dead 1 and 2 are overrated, but absolutely amazing games with peak storylines. And then it just seems like, yeah, I'm going back to the Elden Ring hate a little bit. It just seems like every enemy has some kind of sweeping motion to catch you in case you want to roll. And it's just like, bro, either that or they all fly all over the damn place. It just gets annoying, bro. It just gets truly irritating. gosh, bro. You're gonna be alright. A little behind. I had to do something, but as someone who shares a birth year with the PS3, it's so peak. Oh wow. Yeah, PS3 is... that's a great era, man. Do I want to use the hammer for him, or do I want to use something else? Let's use the coated sword. It don't get a whole lot of love. Ah. How am I fine? Ironically, I hate the smaller versions of those enemies than the bigger ones. These guys are annoying. All right, Mitra, let's have some fun, man. Let's fight an actual good boss, man. Best games to ever be made. Nintendo console wars. Yeah. Depth. Ah, delay. Okay. Cool, the sword has some decent damage. I think I got like 800 per swing. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I think America's hammer actually might hit him harder though. God, that hurt so hard. I know recently some people have started saying the console wars were stupid, but it pushed these companies to actually try. I mean, shaming people for the console that they had, I thought that was a little silly, but I definitely see where you're coming from with that as well. GG's, Midra. Oof. Okay. Yeah, that was. But the actual war for who could sell better between Xbox 3, PS3, and Wii games was good for games. I agree. That I definitely agree on. Yes, sir. GG's. Feels good to fight a good boss. And I will always stand on that. I'm sorry. I know I say it a lot. But I also don't really care because at the end of the day, nigga, do better. That's just how I feel. Do better. My first console was a Wii. Really? That was your very first console? My very first console, I guess for the family. My console was probably the PlayStation 2. I think it was the very first one we had. Now, my brothers had something earlier before I was born, but very first memory I have was when I was 2 or 3 years old and we were playing SmackDown vs. Raw. I forget which year it was on PlayStation 2. Let's see, what time is it? We can take out one more boss. Unfortunately, I can't use none of these things. Yeah, we can take out one more boss. Chatting, dude. But since we're gonna be at medium, I might as well switch it up a little bit. My cousin had the PS2 until the PS4 was like about to come out. Oh, really? Wow. Okay. It's kind of tough. You know what? I'm fine with this. It's like a holy crusader. Alright, let's go take out, what's her face? Romina. Dress war. And then we're gonna call it for today, but I'd say this stream has been going quite well. We took out the Putrescent Knight, never fighting Bale again. And we made our way to Midra. Now we're gonna fight Romina. I still have my old Wii. It's had a coffee stain on it for 10 years. Why don't you clean the coffee stain? Why don't you clean it? Clean the stain. Clean that thing. What's going on, Legion? How you doing? I forgot. I don't know why I always forget about you. Got me with that one. I gotta get more songs from Pokken Tournament. Pokken Tournament was one of those games, man. If you missed out on Pokken Tournament, it was such a cool experience. Such a cool freaking experience. That was the last time I was really like interested in anything Pokemon was doing. I shit you not. Everything else afterwards, nah. And I already know they did, like, they announced their new generation Wind and Water, or Wind and Waves, I think that's what it's called. I am so okay, bro. There is nothing. So far, there has not been anything I want to spend $500 for to get a Switch to, bro. Unfortunately. Not cleaning that stain is history. Respect! 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 Okay. I'm gonna turn this camera this way. There we go. I keep finding myself out of frame. Hey. What are you just aura farming, sir? What are you doing? That never gets old. Yeah, get out of here. Now, once we get to Radon, we have to use a specific weapon only because it's in accordance to the build. There's a secret weapon that a lot of people actually miss whenever they're going to the DLC. I missed it in my first run. Hell, I missed it. Yeah, I missed it in my first one, but I found it in my second run. It's a secret weapon known as the Euphoria. It's a holy twin blade, and we have to kill Radon with it. Otherwise, the build is trash, and I'm deleting this entire series from the channel. I'm not kidding. I will delete all of the streams. We must kill Radon with the Euphoria. It is the weapon of gods, meant to slay the false god. We have to. I really thought I was gonna die there. How many Elden Ring gods are there? I forgot this is not a door, this is a... I don't know. Isn't it like 5 or 6? Like the outer gods? I know there's like the blood one. I think there's one for the Golden Order. I think the moon is a god. I don't remember. I'll be honest, I really don't remember. But I know there's a few of them. I was on to TikTok and I got a video of Leon and Victor bike part where Coconut Mall theme was playing, while the title says 2 grown men playing Mario Kart. Yeah, I've been seeing the memes. I've been able to finally see the memes. My brother Joe has finally been able to send me memes regarding RE9 because he already beat the game like a week and a half before I even started it. So he's just been waiting to send me the memes. But I've been seeing some of them. They are hilarious. I saw one reel where they replaced Grace's model with Leon, and it is just the sassiest, goofiest thing I've ever seen for 60 seconds. I'm okay. I'm okay. Appreciate the invitation though, but I'm okay. Now, part of me did want to get the Sword of Light, because once you use the light Ash of War, you then get I believe a 20% buff to all forms of holy damage. The problem with that though, it's a body buff or an aura buff or something like that, but I don't whatever buff flame grant me strength is, it replaces that. But they basically do the same thing, so they can't stack. So that's why I was like, yeah, but then there's no point. And it would just cost too much more. I love this game. So much. I love this game. It's what I tell myself to keep keep playing it, but it's getting to a point where I'm kind of waking up from that good dream that this was a 10 out of 10 experience. Definitely waking up from it. Definitely waking up for it. For sure. For sure. For sure. I think I'm gonna farm their armor set though when I get off stream. I just don't feel like doing that right now, but I think I will. The all gold, I think that is kind of befitting. Excuse me. Woo! That's not good. Woo! That's really not good. Come on, Romina. Let's get this over with. Oh, wow. You got that grab off? See her go for the grab animation. You know, I think the established order pose actually blocked me from seeing the animation of that grab. That's crazy. Yeah, it's her again. We'll be fine though. I have the power of God on my side. We're gonna be alright. quest unlock again. one stagger. That's crazy. Not one single stagger. Cool. Not one stagger. Literally not one stagger. Not one. I'm dead. Doesn't even matter. It's like the more I play these bosses, the more I recognize like they really did go the route of just, you know what, yeah, we're just gonna make it as cheap as possible. As cheap as humanly possible. We do not care. So sad. Yeah, 9 more subs, it will be at 800. Yeah, if you can see, it's on my face. I'm not even hiding it no more. I was trying to. No, I'm tired of this. Gosh, I actually got a stab with a lightsaber, but not with the hammer. Not with the hammer, no, not with the hammer. With the lightsaber that doesn't have a physical form, that staggers her. I'm about to turn the stream off, bro. I'm about to turn it off. I'm about to turn it off. I'm about to turn it off, bro. I'm so mad at that. The attempt where I'm like, I'm over it, I'm about to turn the stream off, that's the one that wins, and that's the best one. And I actually get 2 staggers with a weapon. I get 2 staggers with a weapon that does not have a physical form. But God forbid I hit this fucking cockroach with a fucking hammer. A stone hammer for 4 minutes and I don't get 1 stagger? This thing weighs 6 pounds. This weighs 2.5 because of the fucking handle. This game is fucking stupid. Fucking dumb. This game is fucking stupid, bro. It was fucking dumb. Fucking stupid, bro. No, we're gonna look at your thing, dogs. We're gonna look at your fucking hexagon force before we leave. I read your message. I read it. I was just pissed. I read it though. I'm gonna watch this really quick, and I'm going to bed. Hexagon force, geometry dash, all coins. It's a great level. Hopefully it'll cheer me up. Hold on. Before we get into this, there's gotta be one with higher quality. I'm not doing 480p. What is this? 2012? Where are you? 11 years? 6 years? Is this the one I clicked on? No, this is a different one. Can we get 1080p? Thank God. And 60? Thank you, Jesus. I don't ask for much. I need to see what's happening. I need the quality. Two. That's super confusing. Actually, not so much. It's just like mirrored. Good lord. So they got a Flappy Bird ship that I'll probably see later on. Sound like some racing music. I'm gonna tell you this right now. This ain't happening. This ain't happening. Yeah, this ain't happening. There's no way. There is no way. Some inputs you have to do while the other is in the air. Yeah, there's simply no fucking way. I refuse. That is evil. You want me to have old boy in the air while I click buttons to jump? You have lost your ever-living mind. That's crazy, though. This level is actually kind of crazy. You said it took me 200 attempts? Look at that, bro. Hold on. Yeah, I refuse, bro. See, this will be a level where I actually do use practice mode. This will be a level where I most definitely will use practice mode. Oh man. Well, you know, I'll get there. Okay, we'll see. Look, man. I think this was more of an enlightening stream. my eyes are laying low. I'm tired. Like this game, Elden Ring, is extremely exhausting for all of the worst reasons. Some of the stuff that they have just done is so dumb. It's so dumb. Dog Skull Man, dude, Legion, Short Gaune, Big Conj, I know he's streaming right now, but he was in here. X, shout out to all y'all. Live and Learn, shout out to all y'all, man. Appreciate you guys for coming through for the stream. Your boy has most definitely earned himself some Z's. But I almost want to, I think I'm going to come back tomorrow morning, earlier in the day, just so I can, you know, start the day off with some Elden Ring. But we're like really close, because we already beat the final boss, so we only literally have Leda and her stupid friends, which we can use America's Hammer for, and Radon and Millennia. So we have technically three bosses left, and that'll be wraps. But appreciate you guys for coming through for the stream. Appreciate you guys for stopping through, chatting up and things of that nature. I love y'all, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
This game's winners.